Well, congratulations on this, and this is so much fun. I'm really happy to be sitting on a hot Texas porch with you guys.
Yeah, man, it's different than the hotel room, huh?
Yeah. Well, you guys had such a good rapport and had so much fun, and I think the bond you were saying that you guys had came from the music. And tell me about how that happened. Did you ask him, and then the dude abided?
Actually, he asked me.
Yeah, I probably said, you pick?
Yeah.
He said,
I knew he picked. You know, I'd already listened to his music, and I brought my guitar, and that was the first thing we did. Go get your guitar.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to see a movie now. Why should people see this on the big screen?
Probably, there's something nice about seeing it with other people in the room, It's amazing how that affects you when you feel all those vibes. This was the first time last night that I saw the movie with a group of people, and it affected my experience.
On the soundtrack, I mean, you get that full sound experience, as well as the cinematography, which is just so reminiscent of like some old-time classical, motifs of the Western.
Your accent doesn't quite strike me as Texas.
No, it's not.
But you nailed Texas. You did so good. And even though it wasn't even filmed in Texas, right?
Well, it's one of the things I'm most proud about is that people seem to be saying that it nails Texas. And obviously I'm not from here, and we shot in New Mexico, although very close to the Texan border. So I'm really happy that it seems to have worked.
Yeah, well, the rest of the world somehow seems to be fascinated by this part of Texas right here. And what do you suppose it is as someone, I guess, outside looking in?
Well, I think it's the spirit of the people. I think it's the landscape. It's the emptiness of some parts of the landscape, and the opportunities of that, and the sort of poetry of that feels very cinematic.
Well, I know you guys had to have a really good time working on this set. I mean, you had such a good cast. But I got to know about the fights you guys had in the car, when you guys were slapping each other around. That looked like it hurt.
David Mackenzie did a movie called Startup last year, which is one of the really great, I think, relationships on film between a father and a son. Two incredible performances. And there's a moment at the end when Ben Mendelsohn, who's in jail, has his hands behind his back, and he kind of nuzzles his son in this way that's so animal. It was so striking. And
Mendelsohn.
we talked about that moment a lot and wanted to have a similar moment in our film, and that seemed like for two men raised on violence and unlove.
It was Chris's idea.
A way of
That's not how the scene. It wasn't how the scene was written. It was Chris's idea, and and we also built that where Taylor provided such a beautiful script, but the fact that he gets shot was a new discovery, and that's the kind of filmmaker David is.
Yeah.
And Chris's idea was that it was tough love, and it was a hard paternal beatdown. That's a history of violence. And that's the beauty of David, is that he encourages these kind of creative impulses, and the movie flourishes because of that. Most films feel very staid. I'm rarely as pleased about anything like this, because it actually came from a sincere place of just like feeling. What does it feel like?
Now, why is it that people need to see this on the big screen? Because I really feel like they should.
Well, this film is about Texas, and it's about landscapes, and it's about the West. And I think the landscape plays just about as big of a role in this as any one of the characters. And it's shot beautifully by Giles and David, and it deserves to be seen on the big screen, I think.
Yeah.
I hope people take the time to do it.
Quite frankly, I don't watch my own work. But last night, getting to sit next to him and Jeff and laugh about it and celebrate it, share a couple cocktails was such a hoot, and I know that doesn't come around very often, so it's a nice day.
Yeah. By the way, best Q&A ever. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks.